And I guess we can start actually going into Mandalorian Grogu, which as soon as Maul ends, Mandalorian Grogu will come out like May 22nd.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we got tickets.
we got tickets. So we are
Oh,
going to go.
please be a good movie. Fuck.
So this is what we are most likely
I
going to
think
talk.
it will be.
At the
I
end
hope
of
it will
at
be.
the end of
Jonathan
Maul,
Boyd.
we'll come back and talk about Maul.
Yeah.
You know, as Mandalorian Grogu comes out, we'll come back and talk about Mandalorian Grogu. Talk about what we liked about it. If there's any surprises and stuff like that. From what I've been seeing from the original trailers, I thought it looked okay. We have talked about it before, about the excitement. Are people even excited about seeing this movie? And I think they're starting to market it in a way where it feels first 2 seasons of Mandalorian freshness, but with kind of resurgence story-wise of what the original Clone Wars movie was, where Anakin and Ahsoka try and save Jabba the Hutt's son. And
Yeah.
from the final trailer that released, like I think a few days ago, I'll be honest, it does look interesting to me. It does. It does make me want to go see it just because I'm a Star Wars fan, and I kind of want to see how a Mandalorian deals with the Hutts. I love the Hutts. I love the gangsters in
We
Star
finally
Wars.
get to see now.
We get to see the Hutts actually how they work and network. And is it Nal Hutta? We're gonna be Nal Hutta.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we get to finally see Nal Hutta, which I don't think they've ever shown in any live action anything.
I think they're going. I could be wrong, but in a clip of the trailer, which they as quick as these scenes pass through in a trailer
Right.
and a commercial, I think they're going back to Dagobah, because you see Grogu sitting on a bark, like mossy covered bark in a
Right.
swampland. It could be Nal Hutta, but
'Cause Nal Hutta is also
he's
kinda
sitting there.
swampy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But he's sitting on this tree bark full of moss in this swamp, and he's meditating there. And it's the same theme of Yoda. It's Yoda's theme playing as you see him meditating with a staff. So
Okay.
that could be a thing. And having watched, we watched Jon Favreau's podcast, or excuse me, we watched Jon Favreau's interview on the Towns podcast
Which you've
by
got
Matt
me on.
Bellany.
It's pretty great.
Fantastic
Yeah.
podcast if you watch it. The Town by Matt
You
Bellany.
guys can watch it on Spotify or wherever you want. YouTube. It's great. It's a great interview.
Awesome man. He interviewed Jon Favreau, and he reiterated the need to bring films that entertain people, that brings them to a state of escapism, of bringing back George Lucas's Star Wars, of what made it so special for 12-year-old boys and girls, as well as those 8-year-olds, 12-year-olds in the adults within us, right? I will say this: I'm not hard to convince to go watch a Star Wars movie. I am more skeptical of the shows now, but I've enjoyed the Shadow Lord film. I'm really hoping this is going to be a great film. I think storytelling wise, it'll be solid. I know we had Mandalorian season 3, and there were some hiccups. Jon Favreau, some of his decisions, for the storytelling for season 3.
So much so, I actually didn't finish the second half of
Yeah.
season 3. I just left it. I
But
couldn't finish it.
I think the message, at least on the creative end, is loud and clear that they want to bring us, the fans, both new and old, something special. I don't know that the goodwill from the fan base has been exhausted yet. That at this point they're going, you said that before, we believed you and you let us down.
Right.
I'm not gonna speak to that. People can go into the film or not with an open mind. I don't think Disney as a overall company is very convinced in how well this movie is going to do. You know why?
Why?
They're not marketing the shit out of the newest Star Wars movie in 7 years on everything. Do you remember when Force Awakens, Last Jedi, and Rise of Skywalker came
they
out?
flooded the
They had
entire
Star
social
Wars
media game.
on the little tangerine bags, on Lay's potato chips, on Coca-Cola, on book covers, on posters. Nothing.
Yeah, this movie's out
It's
in a month.
quiet. I just went to Target recently, and I tend to go to Target to look to see what Black Series figures they have. On the off chance I find a cool Stormtrooper or something. The Star Wars shelves were empty. There's no toys. It's not that they were sold out. There were just no toys.
You think they're just not
Still
selling
full
it in
price.
stores, or they're just selling it more
They're,
online?
I think they. I think that they're still selling them in stores. They've reduced the amount of supply that they provide to their retailers. This is my assumption. They've reduced the amount that they supply to their retailers because they sit on the shelves longer,
Right.
and then they have to dock them to a sale price to recoup that loss or that cost. I'm not seeing anything for this
You know
film,
what?
and it's only a month out.
I haven't actually seen Pedro Pascal do any type of interviews for
Nothing.
Mandalorian
It,
Grogu.
it's if it is, it's on YouTube. There's some stuff, but
He's the
you,
main
you
character,
get
too.
like sneak peek 2 minutes with Sigourney Weaver, and that's another great
Oh, that's
name
true. I forgot she's
for
even in
this
this
film.
movie.
The fact that
Yeah.
they got Ripley, which is something that everyone look how smart this was. Okay, every time the argument of for like the old fan base, right? Our fan base, Disney would go, well, you don't like this character, or you didn't like the sequel trilogy. I'm gonna roll my fucking eyes at this. You don't like it because it's a strong woman, and you have a problem with female figures. I fucking don't. Look, give me a convincing one.
No.
And every time we make that argument, we go, what about Ripley? What about Sarah Connor? The smart thing is that they brought Ripley.
It's not even her. Like, it is a criticism for, like, it's very online.
Yeah,
Criticism,
yeah.
especially with
Culture
all
war
YouTubers or
shit.
other people, influencers fighting each other online over Star Wars. It's just nonsense. Everyone that's actually a Star Wars fan knows there's Leia, there's Ahsoka,
Yeah.
who's literally one of the most
Yeah.
beloved characters of all time.
Maybe a little
You-
overused now, but
Ahsoka?
I mean, she's getting there.
It's because
I
she's
think.
so popular. She's such a popular, like, not just her. It's the, like, Ashley Eckstein,
Leia.
the people, the actors that
Yeah,
play these
yeah,
characters, Sam
yeah,
Witwer,
yeah.
all these wonderful actors that play these characters. They're actually doing more of the work of getting people to come back to love Star Wars than the actual studio that owns them. And the reason why I'm even going to go see like Mandalorian or Starfighter is because of some of these actors. So if you're not getting Pedro Pascal out there, or even the guy that's going to be doing the Son of Jabba, he's about to be the voice actor.
The bear.
Yeah, from The Bear. You need to start getting them out there now. Like doing little reels, doing, influencer stuff, on Instagram and Facebook, because you're trying to get a new type of excitement of young fans and old fans back into theater to watch this new film that's going to be your biggest film, your first film in theater since Rise of Skywalker. So I think right now you're completely correct, because I totally even forgot Sigourney Weaver was even in this film. I haven't seen Pedro Pascal do any interviews for this. I might be just my algorithm maybe, but I just haven't seen any of it. I
haven't seen anything. I haven't, and I'm one that goes to Safeway. My girlfriend will roll her eyes at me when I go, like, what? When she goes, why do you have to buy? Why do you have to buy these Oreo packs? And I go, well, there's a stupid little Darth Vader face on the Oreo. She goes, Josh, you're 36, though. Cut the shit. But there's nothing.
I think it's fun. You have a hobby, you love stuff. It's totally fine. You could be out gambling or being a degenerate
at least
gambler
I'm not doing
or whatever.
that.
And
Fuck.
you just get cute little collector boxes and then get called a nerd
I'm not
every once in a
ripping
while by
Pokemon
me.
packs
So,
open, okay? It's not. I've not gone to that level of commitment.
that's fine.
I'm getting
That's
there.
fine. That's healthy. No, I again, we're going to watch this no matter what, because we are Star Wars fans, and I do love Mandalorians. I do love finally being able to see the huts and how they operate. And we're going to see Ebo. We're going to see Ebo,
Yeah, Ebo.
as well. So we're going to see some hunters. Apparently at CinemaCon, because CinemaCon just happened this past week as we're filming it, and they did have John Favreau come out and actually show the first, I think, 17 minutes of the film. And from what people saw in that first 17 minutes of the film, they saw a lot of action-packed fighting from the Mandalorian, going against bounty hunters or going against a bunch of different people that he's trying to hunt down, and that they said there's a lot of bodies.
A lot of what?
Bodies.
Bodies.
John Wick style.
Oh shit.
So that's what they were saying is that
Okay.
the first 17 minutes are
Okay.
like super action packed, and
Okay.
it's like kind of season 1 old school form when he's in that cantina and he's knocking down every single one of those people. They were saying it kind of felt like that, just a
Return to
little bit
form.
extra, and
return
a
to
lot of
form.
bodies. So that to me
Okay.
also gets me just a little bit excited. But I need to see more promo.
Yeah.
And
I don't know. I've watched Disney. I've watched Disney in their marketing tactics. When they feel that something is special, they spare no expense.
well,
I
here's
don't
another thing too. I am curious if this is also part of it. They're going right now. Disney's going through a massive transition, right?
Oh,
You
the
have
layoffs and all that.
well, they have that's part of it, right? They have massive layoffs that just happened to the VFX development team.